Hi everybody. My name is Natassia Friel and I'm a Plexus brand ambassador, and I wanted to share my personal Plexus story with you. So to kind of go back a little bit, I had struggled with acne, with skin inflammation issues, kind of starting when I hit puberty, which is normal, right, because of hormones. But nothing really worked for me, and it evolved over a couple of years where it continued to get worse and worse and worse. And we started out, trying just over the counter, mostly things topical. Anything you could think of, expensive or non-expensive. My mom and I, we tried everything. My aunt was still as a dermatologist, so she wrote us a prescription for some Retin-A, some different things, which are prescription. Those actually made my skin so much worse, as well as my sister's. So after that, we were kind of like, we were leaning more towards going more of a natural route at that point anyways. And we had this small understanding of like, we as a family tried to eat healthy, tried to drink water. We were not really, we didn't take a lot of supplements as a family. We just kind of tried to eat healthy. And we had an understanding that there must be something going on inside as to why we can't fix these problems, because my sisters also have struggled. Some of it is genetics, and then there was just a point where we felt like nothing would work. And it kind of became worse over time. I saw a naturopath. He got me on all of these natural, herbal supplements, and was very positive, and I had hoped that it would work out, but I just did not see the change for the amount of money that we were paying, which was very expensive. We didn't see the change that we were hoping for. So we discontinued that. I tried Juice Plus. I tried some different, supplements from just Whole Foods or, a natural health food store. And still, there was an improvement with taking some vitamins, but nothing really getting to the root problems. And in 2015, I had my appendix out, had appendicitis, and so emergency surgery, took a bunch of antibiotics, all of that, stuff that you have to take. And I would say that after that time, it just progressively got worse and worse. And I understood that I needed to take probiotics, but we tried even some just from a health food store, and it didn't work. When I look back, I understand what was happening in my system at the time, but then things just progressively seemed to get worse and worse and worse, which made sense to me, knowing what antibiotics do to your gut. Now I understand why I kept on getting worse. So fast forward, 2019, I had a bit of adrenal crash, was very sickly a lot, and had just come off of doing a Daniel fast with my husband now. He was boyfriend at the time. We did a fast as a church, so we did a Daniel fast together, and I was super strict with my diet. When we were dating, I didn't eat dairy, didn't eat gluten, didn't eat soy, was very limited, did not eat a lot of sugar. I said no a lot. Way more than I do now. And while there was a little bit of, improvement, and if I didn't eat sugar, inflammation was down and stuff like that, I still wasn't happy. Honestly, I felt like my skin was the worst it ever was. I worked out 5 to 6 days a week. I was in dance, teaching dance, going to Orange Theory. I was very active. Ate healthy. I was doing all the things, got sleep. I took care of myself, and just really, really struggled. I really felt like my skin, probably later in 2019, was the worst that I had ever seen it be. And when I look back at pictures of my face, I just saw how inflamed my face was. Just the inflammation in my entire body, so different than now. And I've had a baby, so anyways, was very discouraged. And then I got married, and unlike most people, I actually lost weight, and some of my inflammation went down in my body. I was very regimented with taking just like a multivitamin, and I believe a probiotic from a health food store. And my skin wasn't completely healed. I was doing a natural skincare called a Vera Glow. And so I was kind of just like, you know what, like, this is the best it's going to get. If I'm going to be doing this long term this way, then I'm going to use a Vera Glow. I don't want to put chemicals on my face. And it might just take time to balance, the oil production in my skin. And not to mention, I had forgotten to say that over the course of the years from 2015 on, my digestion really took a hit. I would just get horrible stomach cramps after eating certain foods. Was not super regular with going to the bathroom every day, and very allergic to a lot of foods. And so that's kind of how the progression of time, like over time, I became very strict with what I ate, because I didn't want to make my acne worse, and I also didn't want to struggle with stomach pains and digestive problems. And then, I also started to struggle with headaches, and definitely some migraines where I'd have a headache pretty bad behind one eye. And I would get those at work a lot. And part of it probably being in front of a computer all day, not good for me. But definitely felt like, just as a whole, like I definitely had some gaps in my diet. I had some struggles. But since getting married, there was an improvement. So I was just kind of on that track. So fast forward a little bit more, in would have been 2022, I became pregnant with our daughter, firstborn, and I had really bad morning sickness. I was extremely sick, and I had zero energy. I was still working full time, so I was still getting up. I was there all day in the office. Coming home, I was completely exhausted, could barely make dinner, just wanted to immediately lay down. I felt very dehydrated. I just felt depleted. I felt like I did not feel healthy at all. And I knew more than ever it was important to be feeding my body the right fuel and taking a supplement, especially with being pregnant. I was looking at prenatals. I tried Mary Ruth Organics, and for me, that was the most disgusting. I could not get it down. It might have been partially pregnancy, but that was just so gross for me. And I was like, I have to be taking something. They gave me some pills at like the practice I was going to, see my midwife, and those made me feel even more nauseous and sick. And I knew the quality wasn't good. I knew at least I needed a whole food vitamin that I was going to be able to absorb. So there was a kind of all of those things. I knew I had, health problems that were ongoing. I still had skin issues. I still had digestive issues. I was pregnant. I felt worse. The supplements I tried did not work for me. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I need something. So at the time, my mom had been taking maybe like a year or two. She'd been taking Plexus supplements, specifically the Triplex. And she really liked it, and I obviously saw that she continued on with it. She didn't quit. She was 2 years, and she kept going with it, and seeing results in her life, over time. And I was like, you know what? This is the time to try this. I have a lot of health issues. This is the time that I need to focus on my health. I'm pregnant. I want to make sure my baby is getting the right nutrients. And I want to fix some of these problems I'm having, because they're only going to be worse with pregnancy. So I started on the Triplex, and immediately I started feeling so much better than I did. My energy level went up, and when you're pregnant, you're not supposed to drink a lot of coffee. And so that was something that I struggled with because of how tired I was. I would need to have like coffee in the morning that I took in with me, and then bring another coffee with me to work so that I wouldn't get so tired. And being pregnant, I didn't want to do that. So I, started having my pink drink in the afternoon. And just overall, I started to see this just, wow, like over time, my skin started glowing, my hair Everything I just noticed across the board. I felt so much better. I didn't have digestive problems anymore. My skin cleared up. I felt really healthy and energized. I was a great weight. I did not gain a ton of weight being pregnant. I felt like the inflammation in my body went way down even though I was pregnant. I was working out. I worked out the same day that I went into labor that night. I worked out that day. I had so much energy and I knew there was something to it. I've always known I had gut problems, gut issues. I tried things to heal it. I tried some other online supplements from like just someone on Instagram that I really appreciated and followed. And I did see improvement with some of those, but I never saw the full healing of what my body was struggling with, which all of it goes back to my gut health, which was it was very poor. And I believe I had leaky gut and candida yeast overgrowth that accumulated and got worse over the years. So in healing that, I reaped a lot of results in my pregnancy and had a very healthy baby. Even though she was early, she didn't have to stay in the NICU. She was a healthy weight. I was just so thankful. I didn't have any complications. My glucose levels were good. Didn't have any bacteria. I had nothing. I just felt like, praise to the Lord. I had such a easy third trimester and was healthy and even recovered really quickly. Lost the baby weight. And, once you get past all of the low sleep and all of that, I definitely, even in that time frame, it helped me to recover and get through it. Fast forward, it has been over a year since I've been taking them. And I just felt like it got to the point where I was like, you know what? Like, I need to share this. There's people out there that are still struggling. And this isn't a gimmick. This isn't like, one of those companies that has these products and gets people behind it, but their products don't actually work. Like, the products actually work. And I have learned so much about myself, my health, and why I was having so many issues and why these products actually work. And just even the pricing of them, like, you go to the store and buy things from the health food store, which is probably the best you can get out there. And these are just, some of them even cheaper than those. And so I've saved more money because of only taking 3 things, 4 now because I added in their multivitamin, but I save money instead of having a vitamin C and a zinc and a multivitamin and a probiotic, and I could list on and on all the things Yellow Doc I was taking. And all of that adds up when you have, probably 5 to 10 supplements is what I had that I was taking, now down to 4. So I have had a great experience, and I know there are people that are probably struggling still, and a lot of health issues can be related to our gut health. And I just feel like there's not enough information out there. And your doctor is not going to get you started on this. They're not going to encourage you to heal your gut. They're going to give you a prescription, and that's not going to get the root. That's just going to be the Band-Aid. And I was tired of the Band-Aids. I wanted something that was actually going to get to the root of all of my problems. So I'm just so thankful, and I feel like a completely new and different person. I'm the leanest I've ever been. I have the most energy that I have ever had, even though I have a baby and I'm pregnant. I'm just so grateful. I feel like I'm a different person. Truly, I feel like I'm a different person. My skin isn't perfect. I still have, a lot of scarring, but I am thankful that overall it is at least, it's more than 75% better. My breakouts are so much less, and normally just due to hormones around, my cycle or whatever. So, in pregnancy, even less. So, I'm just thankful. I'm thankful. I want to share, and I hope that this was an encouragement to you, and maybe this could be the answer to some of your problems. And, we have to take that step out and try. And I have always been the person that was willing to try new things. I've tried a lot of new things, and because of that, I was able to find the thing that worked. And I truly believe that it could work for you. So if you have questions, or you just want to know more info, or you want to learn, about candida and leaky gut, reach out to me, because I'm still in this process of learning and continuing to improve my health as a new mom and with another baby on the way. But I just wanted to share, and I hope that was an encouragement to you. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye.